Welcome to AminAcademy.com. Let us do India under Muslim rule, the Mughal Emperor Aurangazib. Aurangzeb, 1658 to 1707. Like Akbar, Aurangzeb also had a very long reign, and the Mughal Empire reached its top peak of glory and power during his administration. One finds traces of great mobility in this character. The character of his predecessors had not been free from stain, but Aurangzeb comes out much better in that respect. He used to live a plain, simple, and industrious life. He extended the bonds of the empire by the conquest of the Deccan, but unfortunately did not find time to consolidate the empire. Oudh, Deccan, and Bengal fell away from the empire after his death. At the Marathans raised their head in the south. Among the Mughal emperors of India, Aurangzeb was most just, wise, and pious. It is difficult to find in any other emperor a combination of so many excellent qualities. But unfortunately, in the current historians of India, a most distorted version of his character is given, such as he is calculated to excite the disgust, the aversion of the people. Aurangzeb cannot really be held impossible for the acute fraternal conflict for succession to the throne, which broke out during the later part of Shah Jahan's reign. In fact, upon a calm consideration of facts, one is bound to conclude that Dara and Murad were more responsible for it than himself. Now, let us discuss further about Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb is known for his being Emperor of India from 1658 to 1707. He was the last of the great Mughal emperors. Under him, the Mughal Empire reached its great extent, although his policies helped lead to its dissolution also. Early life. Aurangzeb was the third son of the Emperor Shah Jahan and Mumtaz Mahal, for whom the Taj Mahal was built. He grew up as a serious-minded and devout youth, wedded to the Muslim orthodoxy of the day and free from the royal Mughal traits of sensuality and drunkenness. He showed sign of military and administrative ability early. These qualities, combined with a taste of power, brought him into rivalry with his eldest brother, the brilliant and volatile Dara Shikoh, who was designated by their father as his successor to the throne. From 1636, Aurangzeb held a number of important appointments, in all of which he distinguished himself. He commanded troops against the Uzbeks and Persians with distinctions, and as Viceroy of the Deccan provinces in two terms, reduced the two Muslim Deccan kingdom to near subjections. When Shah Jahan fell seriously in 1657, the tension between the two brothers made a war of succession seem inevitable. By the time of Shah Jahan's unexpected recovery, matters had gone too far for either son to retreat. In the struggle for power, Aurangzeb showed tactical and strategic military skill, great powers of dissimulation, and ruthless determination, decisively defeating Dara at Shamugar in May 1658. He confined his father in his own palace at Agra. In consolidating his power, Aurangzeb caused one brother's death and had two other brothers as a son and a nephew executed. The Emperor of India. Aurangzeb's reign falls into two almost equal parts. In the first, which lasted until about 1680, he was a capable Muslim monarch of a mixed Hindu-Muslim empire and as such was generally disliked for his ruthlessness but feared and respected for his vigor and skill. During his period, he was much occupied with safeguarding the northwest from Persian and Central Asian Turks and less so much. Aurangzeb appointed his great grandfather Akbar's receipt for conquest, defeat one's enemies, defeated, called to Agra for reconciliation, and given an imperial rank. The plan broke down. However, Shivaji fled to the Deccan and died in 1680 as the ruler of an independent Maratha kingdom. After about 1680, Aurangzeb's reign underwent a change of both attitude and policy. The pious ruler of Islamic State replaced the seasoned statesman of a mixed kingdom. Hindus become subordinates and not colleagues, and Marathas, like the southern Muslim kingdom, were marked for annexation rather than containment. The Deccan kingdom of Bijapur and Golconda were conquered in 1686 and 87, but the insecurity that followed precipitated a long incipient economic crisis, which in turn was deepened by warfare with the Marathans. Shivaji's son Sambhaji was captured and executed in 1689 and his kingdom broken up. The Marathas, however, then adopted guerrilla tactics, spreading all over southern India amid a sympathetic population. The rest of Aurangzeb's life was spent in laborious and fruitless sieges of forts in the Maratha hill country. Aurangzeb's architectural achievement in Lahore, Pakistan is this mosque. Aurangzeb maintained the empire for nearly half a century and in fact extended it in south as far as from Tanjore and Tiruchirappalli in the forest south. Behind this imposing facade, however, were serious weaknesses. The Marathas' campaign continually drained the imperial resources. The military of the Sikhs and the Jats bordered ill for the empire in the north. The new, the new Islamic policy alienated Hindu sentiment and undermined Rajput support. The financial pressure on the land strained the whole administration framework. When Aurangzeb died after a reign of nearly 49 years, he left an empire not yet moribund but confronted with number of menacing problems. The failure of the Mughals to cope with them after the reign of his son Bahadur Shah I led to the collapse of the empire in mid 18th century. Now let us see administration of a Mughal empire under Aurangzeb was characterized by centralization, Islamic policies and administrative reforms. Centralization. Aurangzeb believed that emperor should have complete control over the empire and took charge of everything himself. He kept his ministers under strict control and made all the important decisions. Islamic policies. Aurangzeb promoted Islamic law, Sharia, as the basis for governance. He enforced Islamic rules and values and made non-Muslims pay a special tax called the jizya. He also destroyed banned music and dance in court. Administrative reforms. Aurangzeb implemented reforms to improve efficiency and control, including revamping a postal system, improving provincial administration, land revenue reforms, introducing new taxes, military and fiscal policy. Aurangzeb expanded the army of maintain control over the empire. He also implemented fiscal policies to strengthen the imperial treasury. Aurangzeb's reign was marked by both successes and challenges. Here, success, the Mughal Empire expanded under Aurangzeb's rule, reaching its greatest extent. Challenges, Aurangzeb's policies alienated Hindu sentiment and undermined Rajput support. His strict rules for non-Muslims and the ban on music and dance led to rebellions. The Maratha campaign and the military of the Sikh and the Jats also drained the empire's resources. About wars. Aurangzeb, the Mughal emperor, was involved in several wars, including the Deccan Wars, the Mughal War of Succession, and the Anglo-Mughal War. In Deccan Wars, Aurangzeb fought in the Deccan from 1658 to 1689 to restore imperial power and public orders. He won victories in Bijapur, Golconda, and the Maratha kingdom. Mughal War of Succession. Aurangzeb defeated the allied army of Dara Shikoh and the kingdom of Marwar at the Battle of Dharmat in April 1658. He then defeated Dara Shikoh at the Battle of Sumagar in May 1658, which cemented his sovereignty. Anglo-Mughal War. This war took place from 1686 to 1690. Some events of the war include Admiral Nicholson was sent to capture and fortify Chittagong. The Mughals intentionally prolonged negotiations in Chutanuti to assemble their troops to attack the English. An English fleet blockaded the Mughal harbors in the Arabian Sea. Emperor Aurangzeb ordered the occupation of the East India Company's possession and the confiscation of their property. The Mughal fleet from Janjira blocked the East India Company fort in Bombay. Aurangzeb, the Mughal emperor who ruled from 1658 to 1707, was known for his strict and orthodox Islamic beliefs and policies. He was a conservative Sunni Muslim who memorized the Quran and observed Islamic rituals. He was known as Zinda Pir or Darwish for his simple lifestyle and high-level thinking. He was not lived a lavish life. He's not lived like a lavish life like other Mughal empires. He banned drinking and singing in court and prohibited the use of firecrackers and fireworks. He reintroduced the jizya tax, a poll tax for non-Muslims, in 1679 to well maintaining the government. The Muslims should pay taxes like zakat, etc. He executed the Sikh Guru Tej Bahadur in 1675 for reasonable reasons. He opposed the renovation of old houses of worship, stating that buildings cannot last forever. He prohibited astrologers from making almanacs. So far we discussed about the Mughal Empire Aurangzeb. If you have done, please subscribe our YouTube channel.